Hi, my name is Nick Henson, and this is my Phase 3 for my final project for CSE 335 mobile app development. And to get started, my idea for what I wanted my project to be was a travel journal. This is an idea that I had before I even started taking this class. I wanted to create an application that would help me keep track of where I've been and what I've been doing. The purpose of this application is to help the user document where they've been and to describe the experience that they've had. Now, to show you what my application does, firstly, this is the first screen that you see. This is actually a table view. We just haven't added any cells to it. So what it says is that we haven't been to any part of the world. So if we go ahead, we can click this plus button right here, and it'll bring us to this view controller, which allows us to add, the information regarding the country that we've been. So we're going to go ahead and add everything we want. We chose to type in Denmark. Here's our description, the happiest country in the world, and then we added a picture using the UI image picker. And then we're going to go ahead and click Save. And then we have this first cell for the table view, which is Denmark. And now this right here is actually updated to 0.4%, and this percentage means how much of the world that you have been to. And I thought that was a neat little addition that I could add. So now we can go ahead and go to Denmark. We're going to click this cell, and it'll show us the details view controller on Denmark. So again, here's the picture, the name, the description, and then we have two buttons down here, one called show location and one called show information. So show location uses geocoding to find where you are on the map using the name Denmark. So here we go, it zooms in on Denmark. You can see Copenhagen here and then all the other cities and the rest of Scandinavia. And if we choose show information, it'll pull up a Wikipedia page for Denmark so that you can read information about it and learn about it if you want to. Now we can go ahead and then we're going to go ahead and add another just for example. We're going to add Vietnam, say it went to Saigon, add this picture, and we're going to go ahead and save it. And then we have another table view here, or another table view cell here in our table view. And then this is once again updated to 0.8% of the world, so that's two countries. So we're going to go ahead and click this table view, Vietnam, and we're going to see the name, the description. We can show location, which does that, and then we're going to go ahead and show the information, which brings up that Wikipedia page for Vietnam. So yeah, this is what it looks like. It's three view controllers. This one right here is the table view, and then it interacts with this one to add it one, or this one to view the details on a country, which is helpful. And so this is the class diagram. I formatted it in the way that it looks like this, so to make it easier. So world view controller, that's the table view. I go ahead and put that in the middle here. So it has the UI table view, which keeps track of the countries. The percentage label, which is the percentage of the countries that you have been to, and then the add button, which will allow the user to add a new country. This add button is a segue to add country controller. And so this has a lot of redundant things like view did load, which is on everything. Controller did change content that allows it allows the view controller to update with the information that we need. Fetch request, since this is core data, that's very needed. And then we can refresh the table, and then the table view, this allows the table view to be deleted, and this keeps track of the index path, which will allow you to find the details view controller that you want. And then prepare for segue, obviously, which is for the add button so that we can go to add country view controller. And with this, like you saw, we have a text field, a UI text field to enter the name. We have a UI text view to enter the user's experience and their thoughts on the country. There's the button, which will allow the user to add an image, access the UI image picker controller, and then the image view, UI image view, which will allow the user to see what image they picked. And then again, there's view did load, fetch request, controller did change. There's the UI image picker controller, which allows you to pick the image. There's selecting image, and then prepare for a segue, which will be the save button, which is good for this view controller. And then it'll bring you back to the world view controller. If you click a cell, it'll bring you to details view controller. And now with this, it has everything you'll need for that. It has a text field, a UI text field to show what the name is, a UI text view for the experience the user had there. There's the image view, which is a UI image view. It shows the picture that you chose for this country. There's the map view to show, for geocoding and show where your country is in the world, and then web view to show the Wikipedia page regarding this country. And again, view did load, fetch request for core data. There's CL location manager and then CL geocoder. That's for the map view and allow the user to geocode and find where the country is in respect to the rest of the world. There's prepare for segue. This is used if you want to change the information there. So if you want to change the name of the country or the experience that you had, that's what this is for, prepare for segue. And then load web view, which is obviously loads the web view which is the Wikipedia page. And what we used is we used the location manager for details view controller, and then the web view controller to for obvious reasons, to see the map and to see the Wikipedia page. And then the UI image picker is all the way over here. And then this is the entity that I used. It's country. It has a name, which is an NS-managed string, experience, which is also an NS-managed string, and then the picture, which we used as an NS-managed binary data, which is what we've been doing this past semester. And this is the MVC diagram. So I'm going to go ahead and start here with view. So view, it reacts to user taps and interactions, and then it can display maps, display images, display the list of locations, display the web view, update table view cells with recent and relevant data, and then it also has user thoughts on the place, and then have embedded web view of the Wikipedia page of the site. So all that we discussed already in previous slides. And then here we have the controller, which is it handles users, taps, and interactions. So this reacts to it, this handles it. It'll send the user's thoughts, send location users visited, fetch changes information and location, obviously, fetch users' thoughts, which is their experience, on places they visited, and then update the view with new data. Now for this relationship, we have, going this way, we have user action, which obviously we think about tap control buttons. There's the map kit, there's view and edit cell info, and then of course the web view, as we know. And then going this way, we have update, which we obviously think about update the table view with recent information, and then go ahead and send user inputted text. This would be the name of the country and the experience that they had, and the thoughts on the place. And then over here we have model. Obviously in model we have the core data storage, that's a given, and then there's also web information and object models for countries, which is very important. And then it'll also notify the controller of data changes. So if anything changes in the model, it'll go ahead and notify the controller up here. And so talk about the relationship. First, update. It'll save new information on places, which is important, and then save user inputted text. Again, that's the name and the experience. And then up here, send. So if user inputted text was changed, the controller will go ahead and send that. And then also if user has added any new records, so any new countries. So yeah, just a brief overview. This is what it looks like. And so the capabilities and limitations. Now the accessibility was one thing. And that's probably the biggest thing. So this was used. This used core data and not cloud storage. So if the user wants to um, check check this app and check their travel journal on a different device, that unfortunately is not possible unless they transfer the data manually. There is no cloud storage, so it's not accessible for users, not easily accessible. And then it does not account for user mistakes, my application. So if we can go back here, keep in mind misspelling country, that's important. So if we go back here, say we typed in Denmark, but we misspelled it. We forgot the K or something, so it says Denmark instead of Denmark, right? So it'll go here, it'll still say Denmark, it'll save it. However, if we try and click show location or show information, it's not going to bring us to the country or to the Wikipedia page that we want because Denmark is misspelled. So that is one limitation that we have. Um, and then it's also limited to countries. I kind of wish I had put more depth into this and added, more instances such as the cities, the places in the city. Um, I was just a little bit too concentrated on just getting the project done with all the functions that it needed. So lesson learned, like I said, I was really focused on making sure that I had everything working correctly, that I didn't think to make this a nice user experience. So, for example, like I could have added cities or I could have added places. The user experience is not the most ideal. I was too focused on making sure I got the functionality of the image picker, the web view, core data, and the um, geocoding, and I could have made the user experience better. And also planning. Yeah, like I said, I was really focused on just the functionality and making sure everything worked. If I had planned it a little bit better, I might have been able to do both. So that's something that I'm going to want to go ahead and add and help things out if I can later on. And then my thoughts on improvements for the class. My only complaint on this class was um, that the labs, it, the TAs and the professor were not available, were not very available for students who didn't have a Mac. So it was helpful that during class times, a lot of students could go into class um, on a lab day and just get help with the lab. But many of the students don't have Macs. So going in during that day wouldn't be helpful because there would be nothing to work on for them. So if a TA or the professor was available and had office hours in the computer lab that had Macs, then that would be very helpful for students because then they could ask for help if they don't have a Mac. And also, I'd like to see a collaboration project. I think it'd be fun to work with other students on creating an app. Yep. All right. Thanks.